Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So last week I uploaded a video of a metal track. This week we're going to just go through it. Let's get into it now. Okay, let's just have a little listen to the track actually first. Okay, you get the gist there. So, as I said, the drums. I'm going to solo the drums quick, just to give you a quick listen to the drums. Quite standard, rocky, metally sounding drums. And as always, they are just the Logic drum kit, where I have myself gone in and done a little bit of tweaking. So this is the kick. That's all I'm using on that track. This one here, all I'm using is a snare. But I'm actually using the rim shot. You see how silly the kick sounds on that? You see, it's just for the snare. Let me just solo out the snare. Nice and snappy. You don't really want that on a kick. Anyway, so I divide them all up, and there you are. They've got the Logic drums as usual. Everything is Logic drums. Here we've got the crash. Let me solo that. Okay. There you go. So we've got the Logic drums. Let's have a little listen to how this track begins. So the start of this track, we've got the intro here. Okay, so we've obviously got a bit of snare and a bit of riding us in there. The main part is what you hear, I guess, is this bit here. So what we've got in here is just it's actually, if I come over here, it's actually from one of these bits here. So if I just solo this out. Okay. And it's just copied from there, bunged on this track here. Which I've just added some single EQ. Let's go back here and watch that change with the automation. You can see that moving as we play it. Sweet. Okay. And then also down here we've got these two. What are these? These are just a couple of samples that I've used from an old sample library I downloaded a while ago, and I always dip into this same library. It's pretty cool. So obviously there's one here which and I didn't think that was enough, so I had to add another one in. Like a reverse, both together. Right, let's take that all out and let's go back and listen to that intro again. I don't want to spend too long on this intro, but it's just pretty cool. Okay, so the guitars, as usual, are my Archetype Nolly. Bit of compressor. You see, I'm just using straightforward, going for, I think it's like the rhythm, I'd call it the rhythm amp and cab. Not mixed it up at all there. Keeping it quite simple, really. Look, I've not really changed any of the presets there. It just comes almost straight out of the box. Pretty much changed nothing here. Almost everything is straight out of the box. I've got no reverb or delay on the rhythm. I like to keep the rhythm as my cap keeps on hitting the mic, sorry about that. Should take the cap off really, shouldn't I? I like to keep the rhythm quite clean, not clean, but you know, with not very many effects, no processing on it, no reverb. It feels like it's more in the room then. I think I like the rhythm guitars to sound more in the room. And you can hear a little bit of reverb there, but that's because what I like to do in the output is actually to the whole track. Now, this is a big no-no, so don't be going copying me and doing this, because this is a really bad thing to do. But I do anyway. Add, here we go, a reverb. Tiny bit of reverb. I add it to the whole track. A little bit of reverb. You increase the reverb whilst you're playing it until you can hear a difference, and then put it back a bit until you don't really hear anything. And that's how I like to keep it. And it kind of just glues the whole track together. I know there's better ways of doing it, more professional ways of doing it, but for me, I just like to do this. It's actually just so much quicker, and it still sounds awesome. That's the way I'm going to do it. In fact, let me just show you now. Let me just take this off here and I'll show you. Without. With. You can't really tell much difference, to be honest. But say like if I do just the drums themselves. You can hear it way more in the drums. It does make it feel like it's more of a band playing together, I think, if you add a little bit of that reverb. Anyway, enough of that. Archetype Nolly for the lead. Again, here I've got nothing going on the lead at the moment. On this one I decided to turn everything off with the delay and the overdrive and compressor. Should really turn the compressor, but in here we'll use the delay and reverb. Cool. And then we have a harmonized part. Bring it all down to a slow rise. See, I've got the leads here, and you can hear I build it up. It's slightly lower in volume. Rather than automating it, I'll put them onto their own different track, because the whole thing is going to be a different volume. Okay, so we do the outro here, it goes back into the same, but it's just all upbeat. And a few more guitars added in at the end here, layered. Just to add in a bit more of bit more layering, a bit more excitement, more of an ending feel. You know that something's happening. You know it's building up to the end. Okay, so there was that little bit of lead as well, right at the end there. Let's have a listen. I always like to finish on a low tom. Let's listen to that. It's the tom and the snare together right at the end there. That sounds pretty cool. Let's do it with these, actually, these guitars. Nice. I just like that on its own, really. Again. Cool. I hope you like that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That would be cool. And as always, you got this.